Hello everybody, Alexander Omgren here, Freshly Baked Studios. For the past couple of years, I've been chasing one question. What actually turns a listener into a follower? Why does one track pop and another one doesn't? For your specific sound, your emotion, your tier, what's actually translating? Because it can't just be the money push into marketing. I wondered if there was a real signal in there and something you could actually measure. So I built this. Let me show you what it does. Head over to analyze.freshlybakedstudios.com, sign up. I'm going to log in here. Now you'll see there's two tabs, Spotify URL and upload your file. I'm going to go over to the Spotify. I've been looking at this girl, Mercer Henderson. I've been enjoying her music. I'm going to grab her song link here. I'm going to paste it into here and hit analyze. While it runs, right now it's fetching the track. And if it's never seen this song before, it literally plays it through my studio hardware in Brooklyn and captures the audio. Real signal, not an API guess. Then it matches against over 300,000 profiled tracks. The first tab you'll see right off the bat. Monthly listeners, 253,000. Total followers, 44,000. And that's a conversion of 0.41 listens to followers. Conversion is the number this whole tool is built on. Out of every 100 people who streamed you this month, how many hit follow? Streams tell you the reach. Conversion tells you whether strangers are becoming fans. In the genres tab here, we have artist genres in green. And you can see a few more here. The track genres themselves are in gray. This one seems to sit firmly in the rock and alternative, maybe a little singer-songwriter in there. Your sonic breakdown, 115 BPM, G-sharp major. We've got an integrated loudness of minus 6.7. That's pretty loud. Driving energy, punchy compression, and laid-back danceability. Spotify normalizes around minus 14. So this tells you if your master is competitive or getting turned down. Here we have the frequency balance, where the mix carries its weight, guitar-heavy rock indie stuff. You got that mid-range where the guitars live. The mid-focused, decent low end, this checks out. Emotional character. What the audio itself gives off. These aren't random adjectives. It's the GEMS scale, the Geneva Emotional Music Scale. 9 emotions based on how humans actually describe what music feels like. That's what the whole universe is named after. This track reads power, joyfulness, wonder, and transcendence. Sonic originality. Here's where it gets interesting. How distinctive your sound is versus the top performers in your sonic cohort. It takes the 63 measurable choices in a record, EQ, compression, width, depth, energy, and asks one question. How far does your sound sit from the center of your lane, and is it far in the direction the winners lean? Because there are two ways to be different. Different like the breakout records were, different before everyone copied them, or different like nobody wants it. This card tells you which one you are. Same tier only, never a bedroom artist against Drake. This track mostly follows cohort consensus, executing the genre playbook more than reinventing it. And that's true. Great songs quintessential indie rock sound from Mercer. Here we move down to the sonic quadrant. Your track and your pitch comparables are on two axes. Performance by originality quadrant lines at the 75-75 cut. We have ahead of the curve here, signature of success, stuck in the pack, and the genre playbook winner. You want to know which square you're in before you spend dollars on ads. The cross at the 75-75 mark, that's what we're really aiming for. Sonically interesting, but not so far out that you lose people. Ahead of the curve, but accessible enough that someone can connect with you based on what they've already heard and loved. The artists sitting near that cross are winning by being distinctive without leaving the listener behind. Beneath here, you have the A&R pitch comparables, and you can see that where these people are closer to that cross in comparison to you, but still sound the same, similar in musical style. And you can get a link here. On the next page, we have your peers. Audience crossover, audience match. Some scans get one more badge. When a sonic match also shows up in the artist's real audience data, that's an audience crossover. These artists don't just sound alike, they share the fans. Sound plus audience agreement is the strongest signal in the whole tool. That's how you pick support acts. That's how you would build a lookalike audience that actually converts. And check it out. We go over to Spotify. We scroll down here to fans also like, and you'll see Charlie established. And Charlie is also here. Trajectory artists. Hire performers with your sound up into the superstar range. See, we know that your sound is converting. We know that people love that sound right at the top of the range. This is gold for ads. It's also good for lookalike audiences, for fans of targeting, and comparables in a pitch. Where your track stands. One thing that matters here, every performance number is same tier. Your listens to follows conversion is measured against artists your size. Your track's popularity is measured against tracks from artists your size. It's never your record against Drake's. That would be apples and oranges. Apples to apples, this song sits in the 87th percentile. Top 25% of playlist placements, and Spotify popularity 47. Chart metric score 78. That's the top 10%. Right here we see your estimated save rate is 2 to 4%. This is a little on the lower side. I guess it's because this is a released track that hasn't got a current push behind it. If it's in the 5% range, that's right where the algorithm starts to seed your sound. And here's the complete list of similar artists used on that sonic quadrant pool. You can see them all glistening here. This is your similar artists. Same use. You can use these to build your ad set, name the comparables, and name your lane cold. You can see Chaselin, she's got a sonic match of 95.6%, conversion rate of 1. She's converting better than Mercer here. Amy Stroop, we have a 92.4% sonic match with emotions, genre, and sonics, but she's converting way less. And here we see Charlie. We saw that she was in the audience match, but she also has great sonic match. Production recommendations. These aren't my taste. Each note is pure consensus. The converting records in this lane, what they share, where this track sits outside it. So what is the range exactly? It's the 287 best converting records in this lane, at this tier, this emotion. The band shows where those records actually live on each parameter. The target is where they cluster, and the fraction is how many of them agree. On this track, 237 out of the 287 agree to lower playback 0.6 dB, keeping more headroom and dynamic range. 228 out of the 287 agree to increase the transient punch, allowing peaks to stand out more clearly. And that, to get it to land, is 0.6 dB. Below that, it also shows what you're already nailing. Blur tonal center, for more ambiguity, for more atmospheric texture. Add motion and sparkle, more spectral change for an evolving, lively mix. EQ, reduce the high-end air, trimming 8 to 20,000 hertz for softer, more vintage character. It's right where it needs to be. The green band is where the middle half of those converting records sit. The tick inside it is their median. Your dot either lands in the green or shows you exactly how far you are. And look, none of these alone makes or breaks a record, but if all are there or landing within range, that's what helps move a casual listener to a follower. It's not one big fix. It's everything sitting where the converting records sit. Pitch kit. Here we have every single one of the Sonic peers playlists aggregated. For the Spotify editorial playlist, here's the frequency at which they are appearing. Ruby Waters appeared on All New Indie. That's a sonic match, and there's a frequency match to it. This is Sabrina Carpenter, obsolete for this particular case. Cozy Coffee House covers, Julia Ross, and it's ordered by appearance. So this is good for Spotify artists backend for pitching the editorial you think your track belongs on. With the idea being, we've already got artists that sound like you appearing on these editorials. Perhaps there'd be a good fit for my track to appear on these too. Scrolling down, we have playlist opportunities. Here's all the playlists all of those tracks landed on. Downloadable CSV and a release plan where you can put your date, put your optional SoundCloud or disco link here. So editorial playlists can listen ahead of time. We also have curator contacts. This is important. We've got the curator. This is Filter Norway. Vinterstemming playlist. This is the reference artist that sounds like Mercer. The number of followers. We've got the email, and we've also got links here. For example, when I hit pitch and I hit paste here, it gives you a playlist email ready to pitch. Hi Filter, you already have Argentine Saba's Icebreaker on Vinterstemming. Our track, Is It Fun or Is It Over, is a direct sonic match to it. Same energy, same production world. It'll sit right next to it on the playlist, thanks to the ad, Mercer. So we have that, makes it super easy for curator playlisting. It finds the emails of these people when it can, but also we have their website, IG, Facebook, Groover, Submit Hub links for you to easily pitch to these artists. You know, this brings up down all of them. I might skip the 2 followers pitching, but certainly the 7,000, the 9,000, the 1,500. We got 20,000 followers here on the Martin Garrix favorites. Might not be the fit, but you can pitch to Martin himself here, it looks like. At the bottom, we give a breakdown of what the pitching would be, the combined playlist followers of what it found that you can actually pitch to, the expected playlist placements 13 to 24, estimated playlist streams 0 to 29,558, algorithmic bonus streams. If the save rate gets greater than 5%, you'd get approximately 88,000 new listens based on the Spotify algorithmic playlist. Estimated new followers 1 to 118, and estimated streaming revenue from this pitch, we're looking at $0 to $473. We've got 14 on Groover, that's $28. We got 11 on Submit Hub. We got 20 via Other. We got 64 via Instagram free, 65 via email free, 9 via Facebook free. Total out of pocket, $50. If you can make a $473 return, I think you should. Here's your highest impact curators. The reason we're dropping this $50 isn't for the streams, and it isn't for the streaming revenue. This is for the algorithmic streaming bonus. If we can get your save rate up to the 5% projected, you'll be getting into the Spotify algorithmic seeding. On the Pro plan, you can upload your audio, and you know where it lands before it's released. You can make the adjustments. That's the paid part of the tool. Then it emails you the whole thing as a report when it's done. You don't watch it work, it works. Then it finds you. On tab 5, we have your scans. Every scan you've ever run lives here. Close a laptop mid-scan, come back, it's waiting. One note here, if you can increase the chances of a casual listener turning to a follower, Spotify alerts you, a push notification, the minute your tour dates go on available or the merch drop of a fan, increasing the chances of money spent to the artist. You know, streams are a pittance, but if we can increase the number of fans buying through the platform, definitely goes a long way in helping an artist continue creating and continue being a musician. That's the tool. Free scan, no card, takes about a minute. Analyze.freshlybakedstudios.com. Run your track. What are you working on?